Welcome back to the marketplace and to the exchange. We are talking about tourism today. Ghana's tourism industry is increasingly being positioned not only as a driver of investor arrivals, but also as a gateway for investment, trade, and economic transformation. Through the GATOV Wisdom Table Global Investment Forum, the Ghana Tourism Federation is bringing together policymakers, business leaders, and international investors to forge partnerships that translate into real investment opportunities. The forum seeks to strengthen commercial ties between Ghana and the United States while promoting investment across tourism and hospitality, agribusiness, real estate, manufacturing, technology, logistics, financial services, and women entrepreneurship. Well, this afternoon, we want to discuss what makes Ghana an attractive investment destination, the opportunities emerging from the forum, and how these engagements can deliver lasting economic impact. Joining me in studio, the Youth Tourism Ambassador and National Secretary of the Ghana Tourism Federation, in the person of John Amartey.
Joseph
Amartey. Apologies for that. Morgan Best, founder and CEO of ML Best Consulting LLC, and Christina Lynch, also founder and CEO of Trident Consulting LLC. Thank you so much for joining me in the studio. So I'm going to begin with you, Joseph. I want to first touch on the Wisdom Table Global Investment Forum, why it was established, what gap you are seeking to fill with that.
Yeah, thank you very much, and greetings to my president, Mr. Seth Okrain, who is a lead of this very initiative. Yes, GATOV Wisdom Table Global, we felt this is something that would be good for Ghanaian business. You know, Ghana Tourism Federation is a private-led organization that has over 22 trade associations. When you look at the individual trade associations under the GATOV, you can tell that we cut across. Looking at the hotels, the restaurant, the choba, I mean, car rentals, you know, bartenders. We feel this is a very huge sector that needs an attention in terms of investment. So getting in touch with these Americans who are investors, we feel this would be a right thing to get these private investors in Ghana to have a discussion with Ghanaian businesses. Because tourism, I always say, is a private-led. When you talk about tourism, it's generally government regulated by private-led. Most of these businesses are owned by individuals. We feel they need an assistant. They need to meet that international standard. We've been advocating for what we call standardization. Before we can get that, we need to get these international people who are already in business, get investors who can support. So once they understand and they have the funding, they can invest their monies in their business, and then the sector will grow. So I think this is one thing that attracted us.
And beyond promoting tourism, how do you see this contributing to economic development?
Well, like I said, over the years, we had not done proper statistics in terms of the sector that is really contributing to our GDP. We've been really relying much on what we cocoa, gold, but trust me, hospitality sector contributes so much to our GDP. When you look at the Banku seller, the Wache seller, the car renters, all these people contribute to our economy. So we feel where we are sitting as a private sector, as a tourism organization, we need to really get this so that we can enhance on our economy. So I feel, yes, if your question says that how do I, but I don't, this question should be how. This is a must. We feel tourism is contributing so much to our GDP, so we have to do things intentional. So one of the ways of doing things intentional is to bring in these investors so that we can still improve on our economy.
Morgan, first time in Ghana?
Yeah, this is my second time in Ghana.
Second time. So probably tasted wache or fufu or something.
I've done all of the things, and I love it all.
So, I mean, what opportunities do you see in Ghana that makes it an attractive investment place for American investors?
Absolutely. So as a woman in business who's done a lot, I have owned an executive search business, leadership development. I come here and I just see all of the talent. There's so many great things that are happening in Ghana. One of the things from an investment standpoint, I mean, there's huge AI, digital fintech, all the different things of that sort that are kind of just expanding across the globe that are really, you know, prominent here in Ghana as well.
I didn't think you would begin with AI technology.
I did, no, but there are. I mean, we saw this yesterday in different conversations that we had. So that, we have the tourism aspect as well. We have a lot of different housing and real estate. So there's so much opportunity here across the board that we can work on.
How about you, Christian? First time in Ghana?
It is my first time.
Okay, what are your impressions so far? I'd love to hear about that.
Everyone has been friendly, so I will say I was welcomed warmly. So as a Caribbean American, you know, we don't get the same welcome. So I know I shouldn't say that. But I have been thoroughly impressed with the commitment that has been shown, not just to welcome, but also the business and how they take pride in what they offer, whether it's a product or service. So I have been, just everything has been great thus far.
Yeah, I mean, what do you see as potential for investment so far?
So I'm an accountant by trade. So for me, everything comes back to dollars and how can we turn the ROI. But we're impressed with just how do we create more opportunities for women-led businesses. So that piqued my interest. There's also, I'm big into how there's like food manufacturers and creating new food products and then introducing new foods to different demographics in the country. So those are the two areas that I'm really interested in and seeing how we can grow new markets within Ghana.
Yeah, Morgan, I want to talk about yesterday's forum. I mean, what stood out for you?
Again, I think it's just the eagerness to collaborate and then the brilliant minds here. Not that that was ever in question, I mean, but there are so many people who are eager to grow and expand and learn and collaborate. I think that was one of the things. And then just, again, the diversity of business as well that showed up for us.
Yeah, I mean, if you talk about diversity,
yes.
Just run us through some of the businesses you thought, oh, this is special, this is something we can really look into.
Do you want to speak one specifically? so there was one, it was a credible business that he has a number of vending machines across Accra. And he is expanding rapidly on the university campuses, and he's using financial technology to kind of solve for, you know, how do we access goods and exchange it for goods for payment virtually. And he's selling to all these different businesses and organizations, and we're like, we need that. First of all, it's in the U.S., but we need that in a more efficient way in the U.S. So for that to be as a big solution here, it's something that definitely piqued my interest, and we actually together might collaborate on working.
Yeah, and I love that you're talking about diversity. So for instance, I mean, which sectors are you really looking at and saying, well, this is a place where I think that American investors can look at, or I mean, Ghanaian businesses can look into when they turn it the other way, like Ghana-U.S. relations?
Technology, for sure. I think there's a great opportunity there. We have several folks on the delegation that are into talent development. So being able to grow, really grow and create sustainability within the talents that are already here to help strengthen the employment arena within Ghana. And then also the food. I've seen there's great opportunities in the agriculture and how we can grow that to address food sustainability.
Yeah, so tech and agriculture.
Yes.
So if you had to advise any Ghanaian business who's looking to do business in the U.S., what would you tell them?
Know your numbers. It's really important not to know where you are and what your goals are, but create a plan. So for international investors, it's all about due diligence. How much do you know? Do you understand the value of what it is that you're wanting to offer? And then who's your target market, so that way we can be able to define the opportunity. Okay,
and let's talk about capital, because it's really important when it comes to business. What would you say American investors consider before investing capital in businesses?
So I would boil it down to something as simple as trust.
Trust. Interesting.
So being able to trust, know that our dollars, everything, all of our interests are being represented well, and as they said they will be. So I think that, you know, a lot of us want to invest, a lot of us want to collaborate from a heart perspective, but also just from business perspective. But we need to know that we can trust that what we are being delivered, or what is being promised us, can be delivered.
Are there any success stories that you can share? I mean, based on your experiences in Ghana so far?
So far, again, I think that just the conversations that we've had thus far, you know, it seems like there's a trust building that's happening. We're able to go and visit some of these businesses, learn about their operations before investing, which is also very good. And again, we talk about that trust, it really builds that foundation. So I think if, you know, you're looking to do business with American or anyone outside of Ghana, I'd say, again, just making sure that you build that trust and due diligence and all of those things. Everything has to line up together.
Yeah, Joseph, you wanted to say something?
Yes, in fact, it was so impressive yesterday, because a follow-up to what she just said. Yesterday, when I saw the turn-up, I mean, business owners who turned up. Over 100 business owners turned up yesterday.
That's impressive.
It was a queue, as if they were queuing to see a doctor, one after the other. And it was so impressive. And I love the fact that their focus was on technology.
I'm actually very surprised because
yes, over 100 businesses yesterday.
The businesses watching may have to think around how they go about business, because tech is more like an emerging industry right now.
Trust me, the Ghana Tourism Federation, in collaboration with the Global Wisdom Table Global, we're going to do this even quarterly, because we realize that there are people who are looking for opportunities. There are people who have businesses and they want help. So what we did yesterday in the history of Ghana Tourism Federation, it was overwhelming.
But Joseph, how do we ensure that these forums translate into action? They don't just become, talk shops.
So my sisters made mention of trust. Sometimes when we get opportunity to present our business ideas, we don't present the facts. So now, when you present something and then the investor get attracted, now the next step. So the next step, then you block there, because your first presentation was no fact. Right, you get what I mean? So we always encourage Ghanaians and the young people that when you are doing presentation or you want to pitch, make sure you give the right information, because first impression counts. Because he's an investor. If he or she sends something fishy, he wouldn't go forward any longer.
That's right.
It ends there.
Yeah. I'm going to ask each of you if you could identify one priority that Ghana should focus on to become competitive in the investment, as an investment destination. What would that be?
So, we had this conversation earlier in the office of the president, and it was around tourism, and it was around ensuring that we elevate the level of service received, right? So tourism...
Elevate the level of service received.
Service.
Can you say that again?
Elevate the level of service received, right? So when we go to the airport, when we go to get food from a restaurant, when we go to a hotel, we want to feel welcomed. We want to know that everything's working efficiently. We're not waiting for 2 hours for things. Like, this was an ongoing discussion that we just had. Now I'll let you all get onto that one. But I really think, tourism is in that service. It's the first impression, just like business and pitching. The country is pitching.
Did you get the sense while you were here that, there's so much we can do to improve service delivery?
I would say that there's an opportunity. There's an opportunity.
That's you being diplomatic.
There is an opportunity, and I know that this group is doing a really great job to tackle that. Is that right?
Sure,
Yeah. Same for you? Christina, what would you say?
I would say the onboarding process. So we come, we have a delegation, everything goes well, our hosts are great, the hotel is great, but what happens when we say yes, when we say we're vested in investing and we want to come back? How do we ensure that those investors are able to get a national card? How do they open their bank account? And because there are so many moving parts, as in most countries, the foreign investor won't know the process. So it's important to make sure that once they have the buy-in and that iron is hot, how do we ensure that they move along the process from party to party seamlessly to be able to give those investment dollars to the business?
Yeah, Joseph, my last question to you, for U.S. investors who may be watching right now, what would you tell them about Ghana and whether or not it's the right time to invest?
Well, most of our sisters from the diaspora already know that Ghana is the center of the world. Ghana is a peaceful country. When you talk of natural resources, Ghana, we have them. You don't look elsewhere apart from Ghana. So I feel this is where when you plant your money, in no time you can get returns, returns in terms of thousands of returns to see. So I think I would advise every investor from the United States who's watching us now to make sure that this is the right place to do your investment. We are trustworthy as Ghanaians, So like I said, we are ready for business. We are ready to partner. We are not selfish as Ghanaians also. So when you invest your money, percentage-wise, there's going to be a fair deal. There's always a fair deal. As I speak to you now, I started yesterday. Myself, I did a pitching,
Wow.
Thursday, we are having a deal.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yes. So I'm a testimony.
I want to partner you on this. Anyways, just one quick one. What next after the forum?
Well, after the forum, I think they will be leaving from next week, but we're going to follow up on that. And again, we're also going to engage Ghanaian businesses, those they engaged. We're going to have a stakeholder meeting to know, for them to give us their report or outcome of the engagement. For some of them, we need to follow up. We're also going to look for consultants.
Okay.
Some that has good ideas, but they don't have good documentation. When it comes to the tourism sector, sorry, I know our time is limited. When it comes to the tourism sector, for example, those of our sisters within the food sector, the choba, the genius caterers, they need an assistance. We're trying to introduce a lot of things, fintech, want to do IT.
Yeah.
We need to affect them also. We need to make sure that we provide training services for them so they could meet that standard we're talking about. Because the value chain of the tourism is so huge, but we need to really help them to improve so they can meet American standard of investment.
All right, last words, Morgan, Christina. I was going to give you 30 seconds each. I'll make it 20 because you cheated.
Sorry.
20 seconds.
I know. This has been an amazing experience. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your ears. And again, we are so excited to be a part of this next phase of Ghana. Thank you.
Christina?
I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to learn more about the businesses and opportunities to invest. And I'm excited to partner with those to help bring my wisdom and dollars to Ghana.
Yeah, and you want to say something? 10 seconds, please.
I just want to say a big thank you to Honorable Seth Terkper. We visited the office of the president this very morning, and the way he received the delegation, in fact, I know he's really under the leadership of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
All right, and you guys so sorry about the US's loss yesterday at the World Cup.
Goodness. Yes, thank you.
It's okay.
Hard luck. Next time. Thank you so much. You had National Secretary of the Ghana Tourism Federation, Joseph Amate, Morgan Best, founder, CEO of ML Best Consulting, also Christina Lynch, founder and CEO of Trident Consulting, LLC. Thank you so much for your time. It's been a great discussion. And that's the Marketplace, everyone. Thanks for watching. More news on our website, myjournline.com/business.